if you're looking for a bit of an abstract game with some limited communication between teammates, then you might want to check out In the Palm of Your Hand. In this game, you will be trying to describe various images to your partner without speaking to them. Instead, you are going to be placing various objects into their hand to try and describe certain elements of those pictures and get them to guess which one is yours. But the other teams will also be putting in their own cards into the mix to try and interfere with what the vision is and try and get them to guess their card instead. If the player guesses the correct ones that the active team was trying to describe, they'll get the points. If they guess the card that the other teams put in, they'll get the points instead. I thought this game was really cool. I also really liked that it came with this expert mode as well, where you can add in these constraint cards to limit which objects that you can use or where on a hand that you can kind of use to describe the image that you're doing. I thought that it was just like a really unique experience. It had kind of elements of like Dixit or Mysterium, where you're trying to use these abstract images to describe something, but it had obviously its own thing where you're putting these random things into people's hands to say like, hey, I need you to guess that it's a beach blanket or that, you know, we're at an arcade or something like that. So I thought that that really was cool, and I did think that it worked really well. Usually I'm also not that big on two-player variants in games that scale larger, but I thought this one was neat. I thought that it was really cool, a really cool cooperative experience for two players if you're just looking for something pretty quick, pretty light, and just, again, that limited communication feature where you're just trying to describe things to one another. And I think that the two-player variant actually works really well with the expert mode cards, especially if you already are familiar with the game and have played it maybe once or twice before. But overall, I thought it was good. I think that it scales pretty well. It's good at two players. It's great with a bigger group. I think that it is definitely a unique experience. If you like games like Dixit or Mysterium where you're using those images to do something bigger around it, then I think that this one might be right up your alley. If it sounds like something that you would enjoy, then you can check out my full thoughts on the blog today.